Okay, so the worst timeline has been complete. The fourth place team in North America has now not only qualified for Worlds, but has taken that number one seed spot away from Cloud9, who didn't qualify. Sorry, Cloud9 fans. IWDC is a good time to use right now. TSM are your 2020 LCS Summer Split champions after... from what the broadcast tells me, huge performances from Bjergsen coming in, becoming MVP. We have a budding superstar in the jungle, Spica, right before our eyes. Broken Blade just gave Solo the dick the whole time, and Biofrost is better than Treats, and Doublelift tried his best to run it down in games 4 and 5, but thank God Solo was doing the exact same thing. Did I hit all the narratives that you wanted me to hit there, Tom?
Sure, all the narratives. I mean, my favorite narrative is that literally we're at the point where like Bjergsen wins MVP for every series he plays, regardless of how he plays and regardless of how he even thinks he plays. So even in the series where he thinks he's playing poorly, Riot is still giving him MVPs. So, I mean, that's like my favorite narrative so far, is that like this guy could literally show up, like have somebody else play instead of him. Like he could have like Mabry come in, play fucking mid lane at a Diamond 1 level, lose every game, and they would still probably give him MVP at this point. It's
Sorry,
crazy.
Mabry. Sorry. Yes. But I think the way that I think about, I'm trying to, you know me, devil's advocate. He is the most valuable player in this team, right? Was the award best player of the series or most valuable player of the series? Because again, remove.
Yeah, it's the best player of the series. What the fuck? MVP for like, you can say most valuable player is what MVP is for everything else. But of the series you're watching, the player of the series is that's such a weird way to view it, right? You can't be like, oh, Core JJ gets MVP of the series instead of Broxa if Broxa pops off because Core JJ is a better player than Broxa. It doesn't make sense. Like, what the fuck is this?
What did you send me in Discord, Ellis?
I don't know what this is. I really don't know what this is.
Go ahead, make your point, LS. I'm contemplating showing this on stream.
Maybe that's TSM woman. Like no one knows.
Holy shit! I hope fucking not. God damn it.
Oh, all right.
It's actually TSM woman.
LS, what are your thoughts on this? I guess this finals, this playoff run overall from TSM, and then we'll dive into the matches specifically. What the hell is this, dude?
I mean, I think I agree with Dom that Bjerg shouldn't have got MVP in the initial time. I think yesterday you can definitely make the argument for it, for sure, especially in the first two games. But I think that in general, TSM is pretty all over the place, and I think that a lot of people in their mind, it's just Bjergsen's always like the most consistent, or something else just must have gone wrong, but it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't think it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, I don't know. It reminds me of at LCK sometimes things just... we actually had it most recently where Nuguri got player of the game, and when you saw the post-game votes and how Nuguri got player of the game, it was because he got 4 votes from the observers. The observer and media desk ended up actually being the swinging votes. Nice. And I know that a lot of the analysts and the color casters were very confused. And then also the English broadcast desk got a little bit shafted because we had to share 1 vote between 3 people. So
what?
I mean, what?
Yeah, that was really weird.
How about Wonder in LEC? Playing the 5-game series against Rogue, he wasn't even on the ballot. He wasn't even considered top 3 players to vote for MVP.
Yeah, and you had Frostgurren say on Twitter that she didn't know what was going on with it either, right? Or yeah, I don't know.
It's so crazy how like some players just get like so ridiculously underrated. Like I feel like Wonder is so insane. Like if I were to rate players right now in G2, right, it would be Caps is the best player on the team. Wonder is consistently the second best player on the team this split. Like, I don't think there's any arguing that. But for some reason, this guy just can't win an MVP. Like, people just forget about him. Oh, he plays WoW. So because he plays WoW, we're just gonna like reject the reality that he's performing super fucking well in LEC. It just makes no sense. But I mean, I think we saw the same thing here. We can get into the TL series, and I'll give more opinions on that specifically, because I actually think that the TL series was probably... I think Bjergsen played really well. I think he was the best player overall in the playoffs. I think the TL series was actually his worst series outside of maybe the Golden Guardians first series that they played.
Gotcha.